Greetings, my Israelite brothers and sisters, heirs, joint heirs, adopted, grafted, natural, spiritual. We hope that this video finds you all well. Doing the CarCam, haven't done one in some time and moments here, but I hope that this one finds you well. A lot going on, and just wanted to let you know that the Sabbath debate series continues, so that is still picking up, and just spending a lot of time doing that. So it's kind of difficult to do the car cams these times in these past days, because just a lot going on. How you doing, Brother Rodney? How you doing, Sister KT? How you doing, Kelly? I saw somebody else over here as well. Tasha Kelly, Miss B. I hope this video finds you all well. Just give you some updates on the channel. So I know a lot of people are putting stuff out that this is their last week on YouTube and stuff like that. This is not my last week on YouTube. Okay, so everybody, like everything, people panic. People panic, and we kind of follow the trend of if one person says it, two people says it, three people say it, it must be true. So I know a lot of people are panicking and they're putting out videos. This is it. I'm done. YouTube is kicking me off. This and that. I'm not going with that trend at all. We're fine. Our channel is fine. There is an issue that when you look at what's happening, you cannot, and I hope there it goes. What you cannot do anymore. Here's the thing with YouTube. So there's something called COPA, and it's the Child Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. They don't want children to see videos that they're not supposed to see. So what your channel has to say is, it's not for kids. And my channel is not for kids. Period. It's not for kids. My content is not for kids. And when you check that, you got to make sure that you don't have anything on your channel that would attract children. And the advertisers need to know so that they can advertise the proper content. And if you don't, you can be fined. So I'm not worried about that, because I don't have anything on my channel that will attract kids. So you do have to be very careful in moving forward. That's about all I can tell you. I'm calling up people that I know, that I saw put out videos. Hopefully I get to talk to Brother Benaiah Israel today and let him know don't worry, because I know he put out a video that indicated that he's going to have to move from social media, YouTube, and that's not really the case. So we're going to be talking now. I apologize for the view that the camera is, but I'm in a different vehicle, and the camera has to be positioned in a different spot. So, but other than that, thank you all for sharing the Sabbath debate series. That series is taking a lot of time, more on the material, on what we're putting out. And here's why. Because the Sabbath is on attack. A lot of people may not know that it's on attack, but it is on attack. There's more debaters, more pastors speaking out against the Sabbath than you can really imagine. I also apologize for being a little raspy in the voice, but there was everybody's had a touch of the flu or something. I don't have the flu, but I have been congested, and it's going away. The last phase of it is raspy voice. But let me get back to the Sabbath and that whole series. That is a very important series because the debaters and the pastors, now the teachers, are really attacking the Sabbath because a lot of people are coming into the truth, and a lot. And what happens, like any newcomer into any new thing, there are occasions or there are scriptures that teachers will use to try to pull them away from the truth. And so my method has been is to listen to the debates, look at the argument or the position that those that they are presenting in opposition to the Sabbath, and to deal with it from that perspective. And I think it's more productive that way. I found to be more productive, and it's been working for me to take to address certain things. For instance, the last one that we put out, it was one of the debates is that they use the first day as the Sabbath because that's the day that the Messiah resurrected from the grave. And of course, in that last video, we completely addressed and debunked that position. The next one that will be out prayerfully this week, with the help of the Most High, is about that the commandments is only for the children of Israel. It's not for anybody else. The commandments, the laws and statutes are only meant for the children of Israel. Everybody else that are Gentiles, they don't have to keep the Sabbath. It was only for the children of Israel. Now, normally I would take the position and say, well, I'm biblically natural Israel, so and leave it like that. The problem with that is that's a selfish position to take, and here's why. Because you can't really just think about yourself for a number of reasons. Number one, the law is for everybody, Israel and the Gentiles. That's number one. And number two, there are people who are Israel, but yet they consider themselves Gentiles. So you have to address that the law is for everybody. And it is. So in this next video that will be out this week, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be addressing that the law is for everybody. It just takes a time to put it together and to condense it, because remember, I'm trying to keep these things under 20 minutes, a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 20, and sometimes that gets hard. And the reason why I keep them within that time frame is because they need to be short, sweet, to the point, so that somebody can sit and watch them, whether they're on a lunch break, they're on public transportation, bus, train, whatever city they may be in, and on their job, they're taking a break, and you can watch it. But yet it's substantive enough that there's enough information that you can walk away and say, wow, okay, I needed that reassurance. And it's the reassurance that you're going to need, because you can turn around and come into the Sabbath and learn it, walk in it, and then a month later, somebody comes by and tries to root you up because you're not grounded and you're not rooted as strong as you should be. So that's why we're doing this, and it's going to be probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 of these that we're going to be putting out. So I want to thank all of you all for your prayers, and what you do to help us, and the encouragement that you give us to get that out, and because that's important. That little encouragement and your comment, it really it's a motivator. It just lets you know that it's valuable to somebody. I don't mind putting in the time. I enjoy helping people come to the knowledge of the truth. So whenever you say, hey, that was a good lesson, it's worth it. And of course, remember, all praises go to the Most High. They do, because I don't have any knowledge that anybody else doesn't have. I believe a lot of people, if they had the time to really read and study, they would be as proficient in these subjects as I am. But I thank the Almighty for letting me have the time to be proficient, and I thank you all for allowing me to be a source where you can get information. And of course, my information is always the scriptures. It's always going to be the scriptures. I'm a believer in that. So that being said, I'm going to go and work on this evening, and maybe one will be put out tonight. I'll see. But if not, maybe tomorrow night. But it just putting the scriptures and the animation and all of that behind it, just to keep people interested so they can watch a video. We have to do all of that. All of that is required. It really is. Especially when you're really hungry, it doesn't take that much. But when you're sharing it with somebody else and you want to get them and win them and give them your position, it takes every bit of effort. It really does. So that's our objective, is to make this easier for you to pass on to someone else. So that being said, I want to say peace. Brother Tobiah, how you doing? The Roman Christian church is on fire right now, coming hard against Sabbath. They are. How you doing, Sister Laughter? KT, how you doing? Thank you for your email. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Greetings, Pastor Johnson. That says Lady J from, how you doing, Brother Talbert? Abraham? Kelly, how you doing? Rodney? So if time permits, I may come on and hit the bell so you can get notified. So we may do that tonight. All of that being said, peace to everybody. We will talk soon.